Welcome back to Top Coin. Today, we dive deep into the history, market value, and rare finds of the 2001 United States quarter dollar. Stay tuned until the end because some of these coins are worth a fortune. The year 2001 was an important time for U.S. coin collectors, as it marked the release of 5 new state quarters as part of the 50 State Quarters program. This program, launched in 1999 by the United States Mint, aimed to honor each state with unique designs on the reverse side of the quarter. The 2001 quarters featured New York, celebrating the Statue of Liberty and a state outline; North Carolina, depicting the historic Wright brothers' first flight; Rhode Island, showcasing the sailboat and the Pell Bridge; Vermont, featuring maple trees and a sugaring scene; Kentucky, highlighting a horse and the Federal Hill Mansion. These designs brought history and culture to the forefront of American currency. The obverse side of each 2001 quarter featured the classic George Washington portrait, designed by John Flanagan. The 2001 quarters were minted at 3 major facilities: Philadelphia Mint, marked with a P; Denver Mint, marked with a D; San Francisco Mint, marked with an S. 4 proof coins in total. Billions of these quarters were struck, but not all of them are equal in value. Some rare variations and errors make certain coins extremely valuable to collectors. Now, let's talk about the big money. Some 2001 quarters can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars due to errors or rare conditions. Here are some examples. Off-center strikes. If your 2001 quarter was struck off-center, it could be worth anywhere from $50 to $500, depending on the degree of the error. Double die errors. Coins with doubled lettering or images can fetch up to $1,000. Missing clad layer. Some quarters lost their outer layer during minting, exposing the copper core. These can be worth over $500. Proof coins and deep cameo proofs. San Francisco Mint produced special proof sets. If you have an ultra-high-grade proof quarter, it could be worth up to $5,000. The highest value comes from coins graded MS 67 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. A flawless, uncirculated 2001 quarter can reach prices of over $10,000 at auction. If you want to know if your 2001 quarter is valuable, here's what to do. Check the mint mark. Quarters from certain mints may have higher values. Examine for errors. Use a magnifying glass to spot rare defects. Look for high grades. If your coin has no scratches and sharp details, consider sending it to a professional grading service. Sell smart. List your coin on auction sites like eBay, visit coin dealers, or attend coin shows for the best offers. The 2001 quarter dollar isn't just another coin in your pocket. It could be a hidden treasure. So, start checking your change, because you never know. You might just have a small fortune waiting for you. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more fascinating coin discoveries. Have you ever found a rare coin? Let us know in the comments below. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 2019 US 5-cent coin, better known as the nickel. From its rich history to its current market value, and even the rarest varieties worth a fortune, we've got it all covered. So, if you've got a 2019 nickel lying around, you might want to take a closer look. It could be worth way more than just 5 cents. The nickel has been a staple of American currency since 1866, replacing the earlier half-dime that was made of silver. Over the years, we've seen different designs, like the Shield nickel, Liberty Head nickel, Buffalo nickel, and of course, the modern Jefferson nickel. But today, our focus is on the 2019 nickel. Let's take a look at what makes it unique. The 2019 U.S. nickel features the classic Thomas Jefferson portrait on the obverse, designed by Felix Schlag in 1938. The word Liberty is inscribed in cursive alongside the year 2019 and the "In God We Trust" motto. On the reverse, we have Monticello, Jefferson's famous Virginia home, designed with sharp detail. The coin is made of 75% copper and 25% nickel, weighing exactly 5 grams. Now, let's talk about something really exciting: the hidden treasures among 2019 nickels. Not all 2019 nickels are created equal. Some rare variants and errors can make them worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Here are some key ones to watch out for. Misaligned die error. When the striking process goes wrong, the design gets slightly off-centered. Some misaligned die errors have been sold for over $100. Double die variety. A doubling effect can be seen on the inscriptions or Jefferson's face, making the coin a prize collectible. Off-center strike. If you find a 2019 nickel where part of the design is missing due to an off-center strike, its value could skyrocket. Missing clad layer. A rare manufacturing defect where part of the nickel's outer layer is missing, exposing the copper core. These are highly sought after by collectors. Proof and special mint strike nickels. The 2019 nickels from the San Francisco Mint, marked with an S, are special proof versions. Some of them, especially deep cameo proofs, can fetch high prices. So, how much is your 2019 nickel worth? Here's a quick breakdown. Regular circulated 2019 nickels. If your coin has been used in everyday transactions, it's generally worth face value, 5 cents. Uncirculated 2019 nickels. If you have a fresh, mint state nickel with no scratches or damage, it could be worth $1 to $5. Graded coins, MS65 and above. If professionally graded by PCGS or NGC, high-grade 2019 nickels can sell for $20 to $100. Rare error nickels. Depending on the rarity of the error, these can range from $50 to over $1,000. If you have a 2019 nickel, it's always a good idea to check it under a magnifying glass. Who knows? You might be holding onto a small fortune. Now that you know the potential value of your 2019 nickel, where can you sell it? Here are the best places. eBay, a great platform to auction rare coins to collectors worldwide. Coin shops. Local coin dealers can evaluate your nickel and offer a fair price. Coin shows and expos. Attending a numismatic event can help you connect with buyers and experts. PCGS and NGC certification services. If you think you have a valuable coin, get it certified before selling. It'll help boost its value. The 2019 US nickel may seem ordinary, but it has the potential to be a hidden gem in your collection. Whether you're just getting started in coin collecting or you're a seasoned numismatist, always check your coins. You never know when you'll find a rare and valuable treasure. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2019 nickel, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more exciting coin discoveries. And let us know in the comments, have you ever found a rare nickel? We'd love to hear your story. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 2013 US 5-cent coin, also known as the Jefferson nickel. We'll uncover its rich history, explore its market value, and reveal the rare varieties that could make you a fortune. So, stay tuned and don't forget to like and subscribe for more coin collecting insights. The US nickel has a long and intriguing history. First introduced in 1866, the 5-cent coin was originally known as the shield nickel. Over the decades, its design evolved, featuring the Liberty Head, Buffalo nickel, and the iconic Jefferson nickel that we know today. The Jefferson nickel first appeared in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. It was designed by Felix Schlag and has remained a key part of American currency ever since. Now, let's zoom in on the 2013 nickel. This particular year continues the modern rendition of the Jefferson design, introduced in 2006. The front, obverse, features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, while the reverse showcases his home, Monticello. But what makes this nickel so special in the world of collectors? Let's find out. The standard 2013 nickel, in circulated condition, is worth face value, 5 cents. However, coin collectors look for rare varieties, errors, and high-grade specimens that can increase its value significantly. Let's break it down. Circulated, 5 cents, face value. Uncirculated, MS60, MS65 25 cents. $1 proof versions, $3. $10 rare errors and high-grade, MS67 plus $50. $1,000 plus the real money comes from rare mint errors and high-quality uncirculated coins. The higher the grade, the rarer the coin, and the more valuable it becomes. Let's talk about some exciting error coins and rare varieties from the 2013 nickel series. If you ever find one of these in your collection, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Double die obverse, DDO slightly doubled features on Jefferson's face or the lettering. Value, $50, $500. Off-center strike. a misaligned strike that causes part of the design to be missing. Value: $100, $800. Die crack errors. Cracks in the minting die can leave raised lines on the coin. Value: $20, $200. Full steps designation. If a nickel has sharply struck steps on Monticello, it could be worth $500 or more in MS67 plus grade. Some of the highest graded 2013 nickels have sold for well over $1,000 at auctions. If you think you have a valuable nickel, consider getting it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC to determine its true worth. So, how can you find one of these rare and valuable nickels? Here are a few key tips. Check your pocket change. Rare coins can sometimes appear in everyday transactions. Coin rolls from banks. Order nickel rolls from the bank and search for uncirculated or error coins. Visit coin shows and dealers. Network with collectors and buy-sell high-grade nickels. Online auctions and estate sales. Look for hidden treasures at online auctions or estate liquidations. Imagine finding a nickel worth hundreds of dollars just by checking your spare change. How cool would that be? The 2013 US nickel might seem ordinary at first glance, but as we've seen, it holds hidden potential for collectors and investors alike. Whether it's a high-grade mint state coin, a rare error variety, or a full steps designation, these nickels can be worth much more than just 5 cents. So, next time you come across a 2013 nickel, take a closer look. You never know what you might have in your hands. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of numismatics, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more coin collecting tips, and share this video with fellow collectors. Happy hunting, and may your next nickel be a treasure. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating history of the 1967 United States 1-cent coin. Is this common penny hiding a fortune in your pocket change? Stay tuned to find out. Let's start with some history. The year 1967 was significant for U.S. coinage. At the time, the United States Mint was facing a serious coin shortage due to the hoarding of silver coins. In response, Congress passed the Coinage Act of 1965, which led to the temporary removal of mint marks from all U.S. coins between 1965 and 1967. That means the 1967 penny does not have a mint mark. The 1967 penny features the classic Lincoln design by Victor David Brenner, first introduced in 1909. On the obverse, we see Abraham Lincoln's bust with the words "In God We Trust" above, "Liberty" to the left, and the date 1967 to the right. The reverse features the Lincoln Memorial, a design by Frank Gasparo, introduced in 1959. Unlike many other pennies, the 1967 cent was minted in large numbers. Over 3 billion were struck. That includes coins from the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints, though none carry mint marks. Because of this high mintage, regular 1967 pennies are common in circulation. Most 1967 pennies were made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, weighing 3.11 grams. But what makes this coin special? Some rare errors and high-grade examples are worth serious money. Let's explore these valuable varieties. Now, let's talk about the rare 1967 pennies that collectors are paying big bucks for. If you have one of these in your collection, you might be sitting on a gold mine. Double die obverse, DDO. One of the most famous errors is the double die obverse. This means some coins were struck with a slightly double design, particularly on the lettering in Liberty and In God We Trust. If you spot one, it could be worth anywhere from $50 to over $1,000 depending on the condition. OFF center strikes. A coin struck off-center can be worth anywhere from $20 to over $500, depending on how extreme the error is. The more off-center, the rarer and more valuable it becomes. Clipped planchet. A clipped planchet error happens when part of the coin is missing due to a misfeed in the minting process. These can sell for around $30 to $150. High-grade red examples, MS, 65 and above. Lastly, the most valuable 1967 pennies are those in pristine condition, known as red pennies. If your penny is bright red, untouched, and graded MS, 65 or higher by PCGS or NGC, it could be worth anywhere from $100 to over $2,000. Wondering if you have a valuable 1967 penny? Follow these simple steps. Use a magnifying glass to check for doubling in the text. Look for any striking errors like off-centers or clipped planchets. Examine the color. Red coins are the most valuable. Consider getting it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. So, what's the takeaway? While most 1967 pennies are only worth face value, rare errors and high-grade examples can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Always check your pocket change. You never know what treasure you might find. Common 1967 penny, 1 cent, $0.25 white heavy checkmark error coins, $20, $1, 000 plus white heavy checkmark MS, 65 plus red pennies, $100, $2, 000 plus. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more rare coin discoveries, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Have you ever found a valuable 1967 penny? Let us know in the comments below. See you next time. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating history, market value, and big money varieties of the 1968 1-cent coin from the United States of America. You might be holding onto a small fortune without even knowing it. Stay tuned. The 1968 Lincoln penny is part of the Lincoln cent series, which was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent became the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure instead of Lady Liberty. Now, let's talk about the specific 1968 penny. It was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each of these mints produced different numbers of coins, making some rarer than others. If your penny has a D or S mint mark, it means it was struck in Denver or San Francisco. However, pennies without a mint mark were made in Philadelphia. Here's a quick breakdown of the mintage numbers. Philadelphia, no mint mark, 1,707,880,970 coins. Denver, D mint mark, 2,886,269,600 coins. San Francisco, S mint mark, 258,270,001 coins. Even though billions were made, there are special varieties and errors that can make these pennies worth thousands. So, what is a 1968 penny worth today? Well, in circulated condition, most 1968 pennies are worth just 1 cent. But in high-grade uncirculated condition, they can fetch anywhere from $10 to $500. Here's a rough price guide based on grade. Circulated, worn condition, 1 cent, $0.10 uncirculated, MS60, MS63 $5, $20 high mint state, MS65, MS67 $50 to $500 or more. Proof coins from San Francisco, PR65, PR75, $200. The real money is in error coins, rare varieties, and high-grade specimens certified by PCGS or NGC. Now, let's talk about the rare and valuable 1968 pennies. These special coins can be worth thousands of dollars. 1968 double die penny, one of the most sought-after varieties. If you see doubled letters on "In God We Trust," "Liberty," or the date, you might have a double die. Some of these have sold for over $3,000 at auctions. 1968 S proof with cameo or deep cameo. Proof pennies from San Francisco with deep cameo contrast are highly collectible. If you have a proof penny with strong frosted devices and mirrored fields, it could be worth over $1,000 in perfect condition. 1968 off-center strike. A penny struck off-center can be worth anywhere from $50 to $1,000, depending on how much of the design is missing. The more dramatic the error, the higher the value. 1968 clipped planchet. If your penny has a clean, curved clip missing from the edge, it could be an error from the minting process and worth $50 to $500. 1968 transitional errors, wrong planchet strikes. Some pennies were mistakenly struck on different metal planchets. If you have a 1968 penny that looks silver or weighs differently, get it checked. It could be worth thousands. Want to see if you have a valuable 1968 penny? Here's what you need to do. Check the condition. The higher the grade, the more it's worth. Look for errors. Use a magnifying glass to spot double die errors or off-center strikes. Weigh your coin. A normal 1968 penny should weigh 3.11 grams. If it's different, it could be a rare planchet error. Get it graded. Sending your coin to PCGS or NGC can authenticate it and increase its value at auction. So there you have it, folks. The 1968 Lincoln penny might seem like an ordinary coin, but some rare varieties can be worth a fortune. Make sure to check your change, because you never know. You might be holding onto a hidden treasure. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on more valuable coin content. Also, comment below if you've ever found a rare penny. I'd love to hear your stories. Until next time, happy collecting. Today, we dive deep into the history, market value, and incredible worth of the 1970 United States 1-cent coin. To truly appreciate the value of the 1970 Lincoln cent, we must first understand its history. The 1-cent coin, popularly known as the Lincoln penny, has been in circulation since 1909, honoring the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln. The 1970 penny was minted during a time of economic change, and it carries a fascinating history. The 1970 penny was struck at three main U.S. mint facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each of these mints produced slightly different variations, some of which have become extremely valuable today. Not all 1970 pennies are created equal. Some rare variations can fetch thousands of dollars at auctions. The most sought-after versions include the 1970 S small date and the 1970 S large date. Here's a tip. If you have a 1970 S penny, take a close look at the date. If the 7 in 1970 is level with the 0 and the numbers appear compact, you might have the small date variety, which is highly desirable among collectors. Another key rarity is the 1970 S double die obverse penny. This error coin exhibits noticeable doubling on the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," making it an extraordinary find. Now, let's talk money. How much is a 1970 penny worth today? It all depends on the condition, mint mark, and rare errors. A standard 1970 penny in circulated condition is only worth face value. But if you have a well-preserved, high-grade version or an error coin, the value skyrockets. A certified 1970 S small date penny in mint condition can sell for anywhere between $100 to $3,000. Meanwhile, a double die obverse variety has been known to fetch upwards of $10,000 in high grades. Some of these coins have even been sold for as much as $25,000 at major auctions. Curious to see if you own a valuable 1970 penny? Follow these simple steps. Step 1. Check the mint mark. Remember, the S mark from the San Francisco Mint holds the most value. Step 2. Inspect the date. Compare it with our small date versus large date guide. Step 3. Look for doubling on the letters. A magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe can help you spot the double die error. Step 4. If you suspect you have a rare penny, get it professionally graded by services like PCGS or NGC. Who knew a tiny coin could be worth so much? The next time you receive change, take a moment to inspect your pennies. You might be holding a small fortune in your hands. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more coin collecting tips and valuable discoveries. Let us know in the comments if you've ever found a rare penny. Today, we dive deep into the history, market value, and rare versions of this fascinating coin. Let's take a journey back to 1976. The United States was celebrating its bicentennial, 200 years of independence. While no special cent was officially issued for this celebration, the regular 1-cent coin of that year holds a special place in numismatic history. In 1976, the U.S. 1-cent coin, commonly known as the Lincoln cent, was still being made of 95% copper and 5% zinc. This was one of the last few years before the major transition to a copper-plated zinc composition in 1982. The coin features the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner, a design that has been in circulation since 1909. On the reverse, we see the Lincoln Memorial, a design created by Frank Gasparro in 1959, which was used until 2008. Not all 1976 pennies are the same. If you look closely, you will notice mint marks under the date on some coins. These letters indicate where the coin was struck. No mint mark. If your 1976 penny has no mint mark, it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. D mint mark. If you see a small D under the date, your coin was minted in Denver. S mint mark. A penny with an S mint mark was struck at the San Francisco Mint as part of a proof set. While the majority of these coins were mass-produced and are common, there are some rare varieties and error coins that could be worth a fortune. Error coins are highly sought after by collectors, and the 1976 penny has its fair share of them. Let's explore some valuable mistakes. Double die obverse, DDO. Some 1976 pennies have a doubling effect on the obverse, most noticeable in Lincoln's eye, the word liberty, or the date. A well-preserved DDO penny can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Off-center strike. Coins that were not properly aligned during striking may show an off-center design. The more off-center, the higher the value, especially if the date remains visible. Clipped planchet. A coin with a section missing due to an error in the blanking process can be worth anywhere from $50 to $500, depending on severity. Wrong planchet errors. Some 1976 pennies were mistakenly struck on dime or foreign coin blanks. These oddities can bring in big money. So, how much can a 1976 penny be worth? The value of your coin depends on its condition, errors, and mint mark. Circulated condition. Most 1976 pennies are worth face value, about 1 cent. Uncirculated condition, MS60 plus between $1 and $5. MS65 plus graded coins. Some high-grade pennies can sell for $20 to $50. Proof 1976 S penny. Depending on quality, proof pennies can fetch $5 to $100. Error coins. Rare errors like the double die obverse or off-metal strikes have sold for over $1,000. Auction records. In rare cases, ultra-high-grade 1976 pennies have reached thousands of dollars at auctions. Now that you know the value of a 1976 penny, how can you find one and cash in? Search your change. Go through old coin jars, piggy banks, and even rolls from the bank. You never know what you might find. Use a magnifying glass. Check for errors, mint marks, and coin conditions carefully. Get it graded. If you think you have a rare penny, consider sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Sell online or at auctions. List your coin on eBay, heritage auctions, or visit local coin dealers to get the best price. The next time you find a 1976 penny, don't just toss it aside. It might be worth more than you think. Have you found any valuable coins in your collection? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell for more amazing coin videos. Well, today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 1978 Lincoln penny. We'll explore its history, its market value, and the rare versions that could make you rich. So, sit back, grab your coin collection, and let's uncover the secrets of this tiny treasure. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this coin became a staple in American currency. Fast forward to 1978, this was an interesting year in U.S. history. The nation was dealing with economic challenges, inflation, and shifts in coin production. This meant that even small changes in pennies could make a big difference to collectors. The 1978 penny continued the same basic design from previous years, Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. However, there are some key details that make certain versions extremely valuable. Before we talk about the rare and valuable versions, let's break down the technical details of the 1978 penny. This coin was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D mint mark; and San Francisco, S mint mark for proofs. Composition: 95% copper, 5% zinc weight, 3.11 grams diameter, 19.05 mm edge. Plain. In 1978, millions of pennies were produced, specifically around 5.5 billion. But not all pennies are created equal. Some rare varieties and errors make certain 1978 pennies incredibly valuable. Now, let's get to the exciting part. What makes some of these coins worth thousands? Here are the rare varieties and minting errors you should be looking for. Double die obverse, DDO. This error occurs when the die strikes the coin twice, slightly misaligned. Look for doubling on the letters Liberty or In God We Trust. Off-center strikes. If the penny's design appears shifted or cut off, It can be worth more depending on how dramatic the error is. Broad strikes. When a coin is struck without a collar, it appears wider and flatter. These can be quite valuable. Clipped planchets. If a part of the coin is missing in a curved or straight cut, it means it was incorrectly punched during production. Rare examples fetch good money. Repunched mint marks, RPM. Some 1978 D pennies have a mint mark that appears to be punched twice. If you find one, it could be worth far more than face value. Alright, let's talk numbers. Just how much can a 1978 penny be worth? The value depends on factors like condition, mint mark, and errors. Here's what you need to know. Regular circulated 1978 pennies, usually only worth 1 cent, but some may sell for a few cents if in great condition. Uncirculated, MS65 or higher, coins graded MS65 plus by PCGS or NGC can be worth $10, $50. Rare error coins, depending on the rarity and demand, these can fetch $100 to over $1,000. Proof coins, 1978s. A high-grade proof can be worth around $10 to $100, with rare deep cameo versions reaching higher prices. Double die and other errors, a 1978 DDO penny has sold for over $3,000 at auctions. Want to find a rare 1978 penny? Here's how you can do it. Check your pocket change. Rare coins can be hiding in plain sight. Use a magnifying glass. Look for doubling, mint marks, or off-center strikes. Weigh your coin. A penny that is heavier or lighter than 3.11 grams might be an error coin. Visit a coin dealer or grading service. If you think you have a rare penny, get it graded by PCGS or NGC. Sell at auctions or online. Websites like eBay, heritage auctions, or coin shows are great places to sell valuable pennies. So, there you have it. The 1978 penny might just be worth way more than 1 cent if you find the right one. Keep an eye out for rare varieties. Check your coins carefully, and who knows? You might just be holding a tiny fortune in your hands. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about valuable coins, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell icon so you never miss an update. Today, we're diving deep into the world of the 1980 Lincoln penny. Let's take a step back in time to understand where this coin comes from. The 1980 Lincoln penny is part of the long-running Lincoln cent series, which first began in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent replaced the Indian head penny and became an American classic. The early Lincoln cents had a wheat reverse design, but in 1959, the United States Mint changed it to the Lincoln Memorial design to mark 150 years since Lincoln's birth. This design, created by Frank Gasparo, remained in use until 2008. The 1980 penny falls right in the middle of this long stretch. In 1980, America was going through major events. Ronald Reagan was elected president, the Rubik's Cube was taking the world by storm, and the U.S. was facing economic inflation. The Lincoln cent, made primarily of copper at the time, was still a common piece of everyday transactions. Now, let's talk about what makes up this penny. Unlike modern pennies, which are mostly zinc with a thin copper plating, the 1980 Lincoln cent is made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, giving it a weight of 3.11 grams. This is important because, in today's market, the copper alone is worth more than 1 cent. In 1980, the U.S. Mint produced pennies in 3 locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D mint mark; and San Francisco, S mint mark for proof coins. Each of these has different values and rarity levels. Here's where things get exciting. While most 1980 pennies are common, certain varieties and errors can make them extremely valuable. One of the most sought-after varieties is the 1980 double die obverse. This error occurs when the coin's design is struck twice slightly misaligned, creating a doubling effect on letters and numbers. Depending on its condition, a 1980 double die penny can sell for anywhere from $100 to over $1,000. Another fascinating error is the off-center strike, where the design is noticeably shifted. Coins with a 50% off-center strike that still show the full date are particularly valuable, often fetching $50 to $500. Clipped planchet errors, where a part of the coin's edge is missing due to a misfeed in the minting process, can also increase a penny's value significantly. So, how much is a 1980 penny worth today? Well, In circulated condition, it's usually just face value. But in uncirculated condition, or with errors, the price skyrockets. A standard 1980 penny in pristine, mint state condition, graded MS 67 or higher, can be worth anywhere from $50 to $1,500, depending on demand. Some rare 1980 pennies with errors or top-tier grades have sold at auction for thousands. In one case, a nearly flawless 1980 penny sold for over $5,000. Imagine finding one of those in your change. So, how can you find one of these valuable pennies? Here are a few tips. Check your old piggy banks and coin jars. You never know what might be hiding. Use a magnifying glass or microscope to spot errors like doubling or off-center strikes. Look for uncirculated rolls of 1980 pennies online or at coin shops. Get your coin graded if you think it has high value. The 1980 Lincoln penny is more than just pocket change. It's a piece of history with hidden treasures waiting to be discovered. Whether you're a collector or just curious, keep your eyes peeled for these valuable cents. Who knows? Your next penny find might just be worth a fortune. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into coin collecting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more amazing numismatic stories. Have you ever found a valuable penny? Let us know in the comments. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 1981 Lincoln penny. You may have a hidden treasure sitting in your coin jar, so stick around as we explore the history, market value, and some incredibly valuable versions of this 1-cent coin. Could you be holding on to a fortune? Let's find out. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it became the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure. By 1981, the Lincoln penny had undergone some changes, but its core design remained the same. The 1981 penny was one of the last years the U.S. Mint produced Lincoln cents with a 95% copper composition. The following year, in 1982, the U.S. transitioned to a copper-plated zinc composition due to rising metal costs. This makes the 1981 penny significant in numismatic history. The 1981 Lincoln penny was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each has its own mint mark, which is crucial when determining its value. Philadelphia, no mint mark, regular circulation strike. Denver, D mint mark, regular circulation strike. San Francisco, S mint mark, proof strikes only. Now, let's talk about money. The value of a 1981 penny depends on factors like condition, rarity, and mint mark. Here's what collectors are paying for these coins today. Circulated 1981 pennies are typically worth face value, but in pristine, uncirculated condition, they can fetch anywhere from 10 cents to a few dollars. A 1981 D penny in MS65 condition can be worth around $5 to $10. The 1981 S proof penny, if deep cameo and graded PR70, can be worth up to $100 or more. Some of the most valuable 1981 pennies are those with errors. Let's take a look at the rarest finds that could turn your penny into a jackpot. Double die obverse, DDO. Look for noticeable doubling in Lincoln's eyes, nose, and date. Some of these can sell for over $100. Off-center strikes. If the design is significantly off-center but still shows the full date, it could be worth up to $50 or more. Broad-struck errors. These are coins that were struck without the collar, causing them to appear wider and flatter. Depending on condition, they could be worth over $200. Here's how to check if you have a valuable 1981 penny. Check the mint mark. Coins from the San Francisco Mint are proof coins and could be worth more. Examine the condition. Higher grade coins, with no scratches or marks, are more valuable. Look for errors. Use a magnifying glass to inspect for doubling, misstrikes, or other anomalies. Get it graded. If you think you have a rare penny, consider getting it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. So, do you have a valuable 1981 penny? Check your pocket change, because you might just have a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on future coin collecting tips and rare finds. Let us know in the comments if you've ever found a rare coin. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting!